Yo, what up guys, beside me here to give you some news regarding this champion you see on the screen right here. It will be the Fragment fusion for the month of April. Every month right now we know Raid will always give us a free legendary champion. You have to work hard doing events and tournaments to finally get 100 fragments to finally summon this legendary champion. So in this video, I want to take a first look at her skills to see whether this is one that will be worth skipping or this is one that you want to go all out for, go crazy for, and get her. You can already tell from the character design and the background, this is all leafy green. This is a Silvan Watchers faction champion, and she's looks like a support, healer, revive, but we'll check out her skills. So this is my first impression of her. If I get it wrong, always read her skills and decide on your own whether she will help in any of your teams and whether you will be whether she will be worth using for yourself or not. I just want to look at it from an end game perspective or even from an early game perspective from my free to play series to see whether she'll be worth going for or not. So let's head straight to her character designs and see what this champion is all about. That is her. This is her avatar, looking all flowery and stuff. And then finally her main champion skills. She's a legendary support champion from the Silvan Watchers. Like I said, and her name is gonna be Dreamsong. Let's just call her Dreamsong because this first part of this name, Eostrid is kind of hard to pronounce. So I'm gonna just call her Dreamsong. Let's just agree on that, right? On her A1, this champion places a sleep debuff on this A1. It's not a Sifi that cannot be resisted or something, but it's gonna be needing accuracy, 50% chance of placing it. If the target that she's placing the sleep on already has decreased defense and weaken that she placed, it must not come from anybody else. The person must has those two debuffs, okay, or either decrease speed or weaken, not decrease defense now, decrease speed or weaken that she placed. That's when the sleep will be 100% chance if you book this A1. So that's a very conditional sleep. So let's just call it a 50% chance to sleep them, or even a 75% chance to sleep the enemies. There are some few content, Iron Twins Fortress, no, Sun Devil Necropolis, that relies on A1 sleeps like this, that is consistently placed, and then that will help you in that content. So maybe some players who are having difficulty building teams for that content can use her in that content, but it's not an unresistible sleep. It will need accuracy for sure. But just put decrease speed or weaken on the enemies and it will be 100% chance of landing that sleep if you have enough accuracy. It's not a useless skill. And then on the A2, which will be on a 3-turn cooldown when booked, it's a AoE skill that will place the decrease speed and the weaken that she brings to the team, to the enemy. She'll place those two debuffs on the enemies. Also has a decreased turn meter on all enemies for 15%, so it's not like a 30% turn meter decrease or something. She doesn't steal it, it just decreases on the enemies. So it's the normal support champion, but she's bringing two debuffs. Decrease speed and weaken are crazy good because these days some damage dealers, especially the Hydra, do bring their own decreased defense. Maybe you want to pair even this champion with somebody like a what do you call it now, Ratalos, who brings his own A1 decreased defense on, especially against bosses. So she can be the champion adding that weaken and the decreased speed. So these are all good debuffs. Decrease speed pair with weaken. Weaken is something like a debuff that is usually missing in battles when you have decreased defense, especially you don't have somebody like a Lydia adding it, or if you don't want to have a dedicated champion doing only decreased defense and weaken for you, she brings the weaken, while somebody else like a damage dealer can bring the decreased defense. So I can see areas where this is kind of useful, but it's very niche. But in Centranos, we'll always find place where we can use the champion like this, and she'll be the support champion we need for that content. Since he hits, maybe it can also place a stun or something, I don't know. And then that's a useful one, definitely not a useless A2. 3-turn cooldown is also not bad. Turn meter decrease is also not bad. All right, on the A3, places an increased speed and increased attack buff on all allies for 3 turns. I almost say 2 turns because that's what you expect from champions, to place it on for 2 turns, right? But she places increased attack and increased speed on our allies for 3 turns. Usually with the right masteries, you can even buff it up for an extra turn to be a 4-turn increased speed or increased attack buff on the allies. That's a useful A3 right here. Also fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, then grants an extra turn. So basically this skill that you see right here has a 4-turn cooldown when fully booked, is on a 3-turn cooldown. I almost say this champion is worth skipping because of her A1 is meh, her A2 is meh, but this A3 is huge. Increase attack and increase speed on a 3-turn cooldown because she will grant an extra turn is amazing. So she starts the battle with this A3, then grants an extra turn to herself, and then goes in with the A2 to place the decreased speed and weaken. Damn, that means the enemies are ready to be nuked. Our allies have increased attack that they can even increase the attack and do more damage with. So that's a win-win for our allies, I guess. Now let's see if her passive is gonna even make her even more better, right? I'm blocking it, but I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Whenever this champion or an ally has their turn meter decreased, this champion or one of our allies heals all allies based on their max HP. That's a little bit of passive healing, I guess, that can be used sometime whenever we have our turn meter decreased. It's too conditional. That heal won't happen because what if you don't have your turn meter decrease in any battle? Whenever this champion or an ally has their turn meter decrease, heals them based on the percentage value of the heal is equal to half of the turn meter increase. Oh, increased, not decreased. I said it. So she does the turn meter increase. So that's gonna be where she actually heals us. So it's gonna be useful healing. I thought it is a turn meter decrease, then it's a useless heal. But since she's gonna be the one doing the turn meter increase by 15%, it's gonna be equal to or half of the turn meter increase. So let's just say 7% heal of the turn meter. I don't know. We'll have to see it in battle whether it's one of those heal that just takes your allies to full HP or one of those ones that just tops them up by 4k, 5k heal. It will all depend on the amount of turn meter that gets increased, which is just a flat 15%. On her aura, this champion increases ally speed in arena by 28%. So although her skills looks like they can be used everywhere, they've restricted the aura to only arena, which is I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like I want to use this aura in everywhere. I want to use this champion in every other content because of those two other skills, but then her aura have restricted her to arena. So I don't know if this her kit looks like something that would be worth using for arena, except your early game arena, you're moving up to gold 5, and then yeah, maybe you use any champion that has the right aura, right, in that content. But this champion is not looking like an arena specialist. She's looking like a champion who can be useful in every content as a support champion, boosting your turn meter, decreasing enemies' turn meter, increase speed, decrease speed, weaken. She has it all. Increase attack. She has a lot of things going for her. So all general champion. It's for those players who don't have a good support champion yet. Remember, she doesn't have a revive. She just has some passive healing that will happen only when she uses this at A3. So you have to wait a long while to heal. Increase your turn meter, gets healed. And it doesn't say whether she must be the one increasing the turn meter. Whenever, if in case you have any other champion in your team boosting your own turn meter, right, that everybody gets the heal. So whenever this champion or an ally has their turn meter increased, heals all allies based on their max HP. So that's going to be a nice one. So maybe you want to bring other turn meters in the increased champions in the battle along with her, since you don't want to wait an entire 3 turns to do any passive healing. So that's going to be a lot of healing if you bring a bunch of turn meter boosting champion. Poto Carry is one that comes to mind. Whenever it does his turn meter, everybody gets healing. Whenever she does her turn meter, everybody gets healing. So I can see places where this champion can be used, where passive healing is very, very important. But for the rest of our skills, they are nothing special to me in raid. If I need decreased speed, I know who to get it from. If I need increased speed, I know who to get it from. Increased attack seems like an arena skill, but it can be used in dungeons also. So she's very, very niche, and I'll give her a rating of, let's just say, because of this 3-turn cooldown of a skill that places 3-turn increased speed and increased attack. Just because of that A3 skill, I'll give this champion a 7 out of 10 rating. And from my main account, I go for every fusion that comes around, right? So I'll definitely be getting this champion on my main account. But on the noob to pro, the Noob to Pro already completed the Silvan Watchers faction champion. I mean, the Silvan Watchers boss is already taken down. That Noob to Pro is trying to get all the faction wars done, right? So I don't need Silvan Watchers faction in that Noob to Pro, so I will not be going for this champion on that account. The HH Gaming Network Challenge is about to end, so we are now also pushing that account. So, but I'll be going over to Headhunter's account to maybe use to get this champion on that account, because I'll be doing the event and tournament for him during that period to obtain this champion. So that's my initial thoughts and experience about this champion. Just wanted to break it down for you to give you my idea about it. Fragment fusion are usually what's going for if you have the resources saved up, but if you have other more important things to do, champions to build, clan boss teams to perfect, factions, faction wars to defeat, Hydra teams, if you have other priorities in raid, you can forget about this fusion and focus on that and don't get distracted. But if you have enough resources to go do for 2 things at the same time, then go for it. So that's what I think about this champion. Let me know what you think about her, if she's gonna be worth going for. Dreamsong is coming 4th April. That's when the fusion is launching. You see the fusion countdown timer or event, fusion prep event going on in a few days before the fusion ends. So that's all that is happening in raid today. I just wanted to hop on here and share my thoughts about this new legendary champion for the month of April, Fragment Fusion. And even if I'm not going to obtain her and use her immediately in content, I hope to obtain her and add her to my what do you call it now, my, where is it now, this faction where I just save champions fusion portal. I have to add her to this fragment summoning portal, because I currently have nobody waiting right here. So I hope the event and tournament are fair. They don't boost up any points unnecessarily. And for those still going for this Titan Festival Titan event, how far have I come? Nothing new to obtain, but I'm still head on. I'm still going for it. Dungeon Divers dropped, and I'm looking at the Dungeon Divers and thinking that's a lot of points. I'm talking about what I have to do to get it. So I might just stop right here for Dungeon Divers. I just wanted to add this one as a tip to the end of this video. 2,500 Dungeon Divers points. I might stop there, but it still has a long day to go. It still has like 3 days, so there's no need to stop there. We're going for 5,200, even if we'll be always farming spider for that content. Normally I'll save this energy for the upcoming fusion, but because of Dungeon Divers, let me just go claim it and get my primer. So this is my main account. I just wanted to talk about this Fountain of Deck of Fate event. I'm skipping the entire 150 points from here. So if I'm skipping 150 Titan event points, I'm also going to be looking for an additional 100 to skip. And I thought about the Dungeon Divers, but I'm going for it because if I don't go for the Dungeon Divers, there is nothing else for me to spend my energy on. I don't have any champions to farm masteries on. Don't have any other events. I've completed the spider, so I'm still on track. So as for today, Dungeon Divers will give me a little bit more points to get me closer to that 1,300 mark. Getting closer to that 1,500 mark slowly but surely. All right, that's the fusion news right here. Let me know, what do you think about this new legendary champion coming into raid? Are you going to go for her, or do you think from her skills and abilities, is she worth keeping? Do you want a break from all these back-to-back fusions? I'll totally understand. I'd love to hear your opinion about her, if she's better than any of the support champions who already have in raid in terms of decreased speed, in terms of decreased turn meter of the enemies and stuff like that. She brings a lot, but they are all scattered around everywhere. So I'd love to hear your comments below about this champion and maybe change my mind about how I want to approach this fusion, whether she's not worth going for at all. Later, guys.